There is the two little kitties. They look like little mice. And I'm having a hard time getting focus on this. This autofocus won't work through these bars. I'll do it the best I can. But there's little Tommy and her two little babies. They are about the size of big mice. But that's my little babies. I went down and rescued them. They were in the boat that I extended by 3 feet and pulled it out of the garage and put it under a portable shelter and got it covered in tarps, and she got in there and had her babies. There it is. I got it inside the bars now. There's sweet little Tommy and her two little babies, a black one and then a black and white one. But they're sure cute. Puppy report. There's 1, 2, 3. The rest of them are under the car there. I found a good spot under my dead Dodge. The mice chewed wire in 2 in the dash, and I got to take the whole dash out to get to that wire. It supplies the main power. Well, got these 2 knuckleheads. This is my daddy's old car. It's got faded paint, a little rust on it. But I've got to get it running, and it gets such good gas mileage. I really need it on the road right now, but I've got to take the whole dash out, and that's going to take a couple of days to take that thing out, fix the wiring, and put it back. And then I got to fix the electric switch for the transmission, because Stumpy and Jumper, the dogs I had, got after a chipmunk and chased it up under there and chewed the wires in 2. Well, I think I'm going back to my house, because I think it's fixing to come another storm. I was going to get all the puppies in the picture, but they're snoozing. Well, I've got critters everywhere. There's 4 right there. There's 2 way out there. Come here, you little critters. That's 6 of them. Let's see how many I've got in the shed here. I know I've got 1. Come on! Got 1 out there. It can't figure out how to get through the fence. Now there it comes. Now I got 7. I mean, this is the cutest little bunch. Look at that little critter. Ain't he just the cutest thing? What a wild bunch. There comes that boy that was lost. And let's see if I can get a head count on all of them here. Which ones got lost? There's 5 of them. That would make 6. That would make 7. I'm always missing 1. It's here somewhere, because I counted 8 earlier. see if it's hiding out in here. Usually one that's missing is hiding right there. Well, get all this straightened up. It may still be down yonder in the woods. Let me see if I can get them all rounded up. Okay, a little report on it's a little warm out here for this long sleeve shirt, but do I want to get eaten by mosquitoes and no-see-ums? Well, day before yesterday I came out and I was missing 2 puppies. I looked everywhere for them, I couldn't find them. And I went ahead and fed what I had, 6 of them, that's all I could count. And a little while later, I was in the house. I'd looked everywhere. I'd gone all the way to the barn, been up in the upper yard. Well, telephone rang. And it's the banjo picker that lives down the road. He said, "Are you missing 2 puppies?" Well, his daughter and granddaughter had come by here and turned and gone toward their house, and about halfway between here and there, which is 100 yards, I guess, on that upper road up there. And sure enough, had 2 puppies down there, a male and a female. And they had wandered off, and they said they stumbled off the hill out of the woods beside the road. It's a wonder something hadn't eaten them, because they ain't big as nothing. Now this one right here, that's one of the big ones right there. And look how little it is. Oh, and there's one little female, one little male that I know I'm going to keep. And anyway, I went down and got the puppies, and I asked them if they'd be interested in a couple of them when they get ready to be given away. And said no, they're waiting on a couple of bulldog puppies that one of their kinfolk has got, and so they wouldn't be interested. I tried to interest him in one because he had a pit bull down there for a long time, and it finally died. My dogs used to go down when I had those 6 black labs and the blonde lab. They used to go in a line every day. That was the cutest thing. I wish I'd filmed them going down the road. But they would go in a line. They would stop there and visit that dog. They'd stay there and play with it a while. Then they'd go on down the road up to the big house on the hill and play with the cats and play with their dog. Then they'd go on down to the next house where a pretty hound dog lived. I wish that thing had wandered down here before they got it. But anyway, they'd go down there and visit it, and they'd turn around and trot back up the road. It was just so comical to watch them, the way they trotted in a line. That was the ones that got poisoned by some stuff that was dumped out of a freezer that had gone bad, and one of the neighbors in it. I buried 6 dogs in 2 days from botulism. And the only one that didn't get poisoned, one is so lazy he wouldn't even run. He was so lazy. But he stayed at home all the time. But one of the other dogs brought a bone from up there, and I had a little border collie, little puppy. And they brought that bone down there, and that little puppy chewed on it and died the same way. Hey, you two, stop it! Ridge, leave him alone now. That Ridge, so afraid something's gonna get her puppies. A dog in the house. Hey, Ridge, no, come back here. Come here, baby. But an update on Socks. He's been gone for 6 days now, and Mitty's been gone for 5, so I'm figuring that they're gone for good, that something got them. But I managed to find little Tommy. She had her kittens in a boat that I had extended by 3 feet, and I moved it out of the shop and got it under a portable shelter covered in tarps. And she got in that boat and had 2 of the prettiest little, and I'm talking little. If there'd been a mouse in there with them, I would have had to brought it to the house before I could identify it to see if it was a cat or not. That's how little they were. But I've got her in the house in a cage with the kittens, and I let her out to run around in the house a couple of hours at a time. But she won't go very far and stay very long away from those kittens. And of course, Betty, the boy cat, which is a daddy to those, I hadn't seen him in 2 nights. So I'm thinking something got him. It's just not safe down there at that barn. I've lost too many cats down there from varmints coming up and killing them. That's the reason I knew when they started going down close to the pond at night that it was gonna be sad news. And with Socks being gone that long, I'm sure something has happened to him. That really breaks my heart too. Come here, Ridge. Come here, Ruff. They're going to end up breaking that picture window before I get it fixed. Well, that's a report on the animals, and of course I've got all these little critters underfoot, and they have moved into the gazebo. They all slept in here last night. And there's one I'll find in the same spot. It'll be around behind there. Another one, about 3 of them will sleep in here, and the others will be laying right here. But at least it's easy for me to find them, and I can bring their food out in the morning and feed them. I'm going to feed them again here, keep them close by. But other than that, they're doing pretty good. It's just got scary when I couldn't find them. And then the place where I took Ladybug for her last walk out there on the bank next to the road, I found 6 of them up there yesterday after that big rain came through. And they were up there laying in the tall grass. If 2 of them hadn't been wrestling, I never would have found them. I had to go and walk through the grass because they were all laying down in the grass, and you couldn't see them unless you walked almost up on top of them. So I brought them back to the house, and then the other 2 came out from wherever they were hiding. Well, old and crackadated, and if it can, it will, and it seems to always do. And I hate losing little Mitty and Socks, especially Socks. He was my close buddy. He's been my little petting buddy for going on 3 years.